truth? Meet Meghan Markle. I don't think you know each other. In fact, I fear that you're complete strangers.
This is not normal. The only other couple that I have ever known to brief against each other while they remain married.
Markle and her spare, Harry, are reported to be frustrated that the not-so-secret peace talks between their publicists and a senior Buckingham Palace aide were leaked to the press.
And she's turned a prince, Prince Harry, she's turned Prince Harry into a man of non-substance who's just there as a prop in a movie, you know, for her own well-being.
Multiple insider reports suggest that Meghan Markle has been quietly preparing for a possible separation from Prince Harry.
Now reporting that a marriage split, a separation, might be imminent.
Are rumors that this separate, working separately, seeing them independently, it's not only a professional blueprint, but it could potentially be something more serious?
Rumors swirled in late 2024 that her team even gauged interest in a post-divorce tell-all book about life after Harry. Unconfirmed leaks claimed Meghan consulted divorce lawyers and would seek a settlement rivaling Sarah Ferguson's $1,996 royal divorce payout.
When Harry mentioned on that interview, right off the bat, some people in the royal family, and I'm not going to say who they are, they want us dead.
If they wanted to portray a picture of a marriage in crisis, they couldn't do much of a better job than what they're doing now.
She has reportedly insisted on keeping her royal title, property, and a hefty payout if it comes to a split. Observers also pointed to Meghan being seen without her engagement ring in 2023, a small gold band replacing it, which sparked tabloid chatter about marital trouble.
Her history of being incredibly inconsistent and also rather toxic and manipulative are in direct contrast to this image that she's trying to sell right now and align with her as-ever brand.
While none of these moves is confirmed as an exit plan, taken together, they have fueled widespread speculation that Meghan is strategically positioning herself for an independent future, should their marriage falter. Quick heads up, if you're into raw, no BS breakdowns of the wildest moments in celebrity culture, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. We cut through the noise, skip the sugarcoating, and bring you the real story, backed by facts, not fluff. Stick around, what's coming next is too crazy to miss. Meghan's much-hyped lifestyle venture has stumbled badly, and the fallout is reportedly straining the marriage.
Launching off on his own. Took a 15-day tour around the world, to London, to New York, to Lesotho in South Africa, and so on and so forth. 15 days, made 10 solo visits on his own.
Because they realize that they look like they've wasted a huge amount of money on these two individuals that overpromised and underdelivered.
In 2024, she launched a homemaking and wellness brand called American Riviera Orchard, but it flopped almost immediately, incurring large costs and drawing ridicule online. Meghan was said to be hugely upset and stressed by the public mockery of her internet homemaking venture, and this took a toll on her relationship with Harry.
I think that Meghan is playing this whole her life, scripted, produced, acted by her, all on her dime or whatever. She's playing this fantasy life out in her own mind, where it comes to where, let me get to this in 1 second, but it comes to where she wants to be Diana so bad. It's kind of freaky and kind of scary.
Royal author Tom Quinn noted that Harry and Meghan's arguments have been made worse by the failure of her business, given how emotionally invested Meghan was in its success. Insiders describe frequent rows behind closed doors over the brand's collapse. Harry, for his part, has looked noticeably happier lately when focusing on his own projects, further hinting at the friction. The Duke's increasing solo initiatives suggest he has been carving out his own path amid the tension.
My personal instinct that Meghan Markle, in my opinion, could be behind the leak. We saw a string of glorious, gorgeous images of Catherine, the Princess of Wales.
All signs indicate that the stress of Meghan's business setbacks, financial and reputational, has bled into their home life, fueling frustration on both sides. Meghan's entrepreneurial venture not only floundered, it suffered a series of public branding blunders that became PR embarrassments for the Sussexes. Some of the notable missteps include a rejected trademark because the brand name was deemed primarily geographically descriptive, a hasty rebrand to As Ever that clashed with pre-existing businesses, and logo plagiarism claims involving a Spanish town's coat of arms. Meghan's team explained the symbols were personal, but the damage was done. Critics piled on with accusations of unoriginality. These unforced errors not only undercut Meghan's credibility as a businesswoman, but also proved embarrassing for Harry. The couple, who once prided themselves on professional slickness, appeared amateurish and inept in the eyes of the press. Each branding snafu became tabloid fodder, feeding the narrative that the Sussexes' post-royal ventures are ill-conceived. Harry was reportedly powerless to help as these issues unfolded, and the negative headlines only exacerbated their personal stress. Facing the failure of her lifestyle brand, Meghan found an unlikely savior in Netflix, the same streaming giant producing the couple's content. According to reports, Netflix stepped in to prop up Meghan's venture in an effort to protect its investment in the Sussex brand. The streaming company allegedly assumed a greater role in marketing and distribution of Meghan's products, treating them almost like merchandise from one of its shows. In early 2025, Netflix helped launch As Ever pop-up stands at two of America's largest malls, timed with Meghan's new Netflix series. These kiosks offered her gourmet jams, honeys, and olive oil, and were cross-promoted in official Netflix retail stores and cafes. This arrangement suggests Netflix was effectively mitigating a flop. By integrating Meghan's As Ever goods with their own marketing machine, they aim to generate foot traffic and recoup some value. It's damage control for a venture that, by late 2024, had yet to deliver a single widely available product. While Netflix's support gave Meghan's brand a second life, it also undermined her image as an independent success. Commentators noted it's almost as if Meghan's brand was rescued by Netflix to save their partnership, rather than thriving on its own merits. In any case, the move illustrates Netflix's deep concern over the Sussexes' performance and hints that Meghan's entrepreneurial dream remains on life support, courtesy of the streamer. In a rare glimpse behind the Sussexes' PR facade, a leak to People magazine in mid-2025 appeared to confirm friction between Meghan and Harry. A source close to the couple told People that Meghan is focused on the future, while Harry remains emotionally tethered to his royal past. Meghan is very business about it, the insider said, and wishes her husband could feel less burdened by the past and more present in the life they've built together. These carefully chosen words, published in a People cover story with apparent Sussex cooperation, spoke volumes. Many royal watchers saw it as Meghan indirectly acknowledging marital troubles. By emphasizing that she is forward-looking and implying Harry is stuck dwelling on family grievances, Meghan's camp effectively drew a contrast that cast her in a proactive light and Harry in a negative, brooding one. Critics pounced on the People quote as Meghan briefing against her own husband. British commentators like Dan Wooten argued that Meghan, or her team, was deliberately painting Harry as the problem, a man unable to move on, to bolster her own image. Such public parsing of their relationship dynamics is unprecedented. Previously, the Sussexes presented a united front in media. The fact that Meghan, via sources, essentially admitted Harry's baggage is weighing them down suggests a carefully controlled narrative is being put out. Meghan, it seems, wants the world to know her patience is wearing thin. While she stands by Harry's side, the subtext is that she won't let him drag her backwards. This public airing of discord, subtle though it was, hints that all is not well behind palace gates in Montecito. It also signaled that Meghan may be positioning the narrative to favor her should a split or other major shift occur. For all the talk of a $100 million Hollywood deal, the Sussexes' financial situation may be far more precarious than it appears. Insiders claim the much-vaunted Netflix contract was overhyped in the press. While it was initially reported as a 5-year $100 million deal, sources say the actual payout is closer to $20 million, and with that partnership reportedly set to expire in 2025, a renewal is not a given amid Netflix's disappointment in their output. The couple's other major media deal, a $20 million Spotify podcast contract, was cut short in 2023 after just one season of Meghan's show, leaving potential earnings on the table. In short, the Sussexes might not have the steady 8-figure income many assumed. Meanwhile, their expenses are staggering for two unemployed royals. After purchasing their Montecito, California mansion for $14.7 million in 2020, Harry and Meghan took on a $9.5 million mortgage and now face an eye-watering $288 annual property tax bill on that estate. On top of that, providing 24/7 security for their family is estimated at $2 million per year. They also fund their own travel, household staff, and the overhead of Archewell. These high cash outlays have forced belt-tightening. In recent months, the Sussexes significantly downsized their team, parting ways with numerous staffers to cut costs. Meghan and Harry even dissolved their in-house PR team in favor of a less expensive agency model. Such moves indicate financial stress and a need to conserve resources. Once inseparable, Harry and Meghan now frequently operate on different tracks, both in their professional endeavors and even in day-to-day life. Royal watchers have observed that in the past year, the couple has rarely been seen together at events that aren't explicitly joint appearances. Prince Harry has undertaken a slew of solo engagements. He flew to London twice by himself, made solo trips to Africa and Asia for projects, and often attends California events without Meghan by his side. Meghan, for her part, has been conspicuously absent from many of Harry's activities, focusing instead on her brand relaunch and personal meetings in Hollywood. This public distance is a stark change from their two-as-one approach right after leaving the UK, when they were photographed everywhere together. Indeed, Harry seems to be rediscovering his individual identity. Commentators have even remarked that he often looks more relaxed and upbeat without Meghan. During a series of solo trips in late 2024, Harry was seen smiling, laughing, and engaging warmly, a far cry from the tense, sullen-faced demeanor he sometimes exhibits when appearing with Meghan. Insiders suggest this professional separation is intentional. Harry is rebuilding his image as the fun, humanitarian prince, while Meghan pursues her lifestyle brand and entertainment deals separately. On the home front, unconfirmed reports say the two have even been spending nights apart during rocky periods, though the couple has publicly denied any formal trial separations. Whatever the exact truth, the overall picture is clear. The Sussexes' once united front has split into two distinct paths. They now have separate teams managing their respective projects, and their public overlaps are minimal. This fuels speculation that a full personal split could be on the horizon. Amid the Sussexes' internal turmoil, there have been periodic rumblings about reconciliation with the royal family, but many analysts believe these so-called peace talks are little more than coordinated PR maneuvers. In late 2024, British tabloids reported that King Charles's top aide met privately with Harry's team for informal discussions, sparking hope of a thaw. However, the meeting was mysteriously leaked to the press, angering both sides and breeding mistrust. Sussex sources strenuously denied that Harry or Meghan orchestrated the leak, but the damage was done. It appeared to some that the Sussex camp may have wanted the public to know talks were happening. Royal insiders blasted the incident as a honey trap and accused the Sussexes of trying to force their way back in the royal spotlight. Whatever the case, it backfired. Even if genuine, any reconciliation overtures face a bigger hurdle: Prince William's absence. Royal experts note that until the brothers speak, nothing truly changes. William, still deeply hurt by Harry and Meghan's accusations, has reportedly refused to engage and is suspicious of any olive branches. The brief flurry of peace talk headlines in summer 2025 was thus met with skepticism. Many saw it as a desperate PR exercise by Harry and Meghan to test the waters for a partial royal comeback or to shift negative press. Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield argued the couple might be mimicking Princess Diana's playbook, leveraging media and sympathy to pressure the royals, but that this time, the palace isn't biting. If anything, these publicized talks only made reconciliation less likely by eroding trust. At present, any royal truce appears remote, and the Sussexes risk looking even more isolated by floating unfulfilled stories of peace. The consensus among experts is that these meetings and rumors are publicity stunts, distractions from the couple's real issues, rather than substantive progress toward healing the rift. On top of business and familial troubles, Meghan is contending with a daunting legal battle that could further expose the cracks in her narrative. Her estranged half-sister, Samantha Markle, filed a defamation lawsuit accusing Meghan of spreading malicious falsehoods. Notably, Samantha claims Meghan lied when describing herself as an only child during the Oprah Winfrey interview. Meghan's team has dismissed the suit as absurd and tried to have it thrown out, but in a significant setback, a Florida judge ruled that Samantha's case was strong enough to move forward to discovery. The judge denied Meghan's motion to stay discovery, meaning Meghan cannot avoid sitting for a deposition under oath. The judge found Meghan did not meet the high bar to quash the deposition, so both Meghan and Harry will be required to provide sworn testimony as the case proceeds. This opens up a perilous scenario for the Duchess. A deposition would force Meghan to answer pointed questions about her family background, prior statements, and potentially other claims from the Oprah interview. Any inconsistencies or exaggerations in her past statements could be laid bare. Samantha's lawyers are likely to probe Meghan's narratives. For example, the portrayal that she barely knew Samantha, or that Samantha only changed her surname back to Markle after Meghan started dating Harry. Already, as part of the lawsuit, Samantha has subpoenaed evidence such as Meghan's communications with journalists and demanded Meghan turn over any correspondence where she discussed Samantha or her father. In essence, this case could drag Meghan's family dirty laundry into the spotlight in a way that Meghan cannot control through friendly media. Perhaps most devastating of all for the Sussexes is the collapse of their public goodwill. Once media darlings, Harry and Meghan are now facing a widespread backlash and Sussex fatigue among audiences, especially in the US, where they had initially found a refuge. Recent opinion polls and popularity surveys have charted a drastic decline in their favorability. In fact, one extensive poll in 2024 found that Meghan Markle was rated the most disliked celebrity in the world that year. Prince Harry wasn't far behind. Their Q scores, an industry measure of a celebrity's brand strength, have reportedly plunged into deeply negative territory, reflecting that the Sussex name is now associated more with controversy and complaint than with charisma or compassion. In Hollywood, the couple's shine has also worn off. Where A-list stars once clamored to befriend them, now many of those same celebrities are keeping a cautious distance. Power couples like George and Amal Clooney have been noticeably absent from the Sussex orbit. Even stalwart allies like Sir Elton John have cooled off contact. Meghan and Harry have also been left off the guest lists of big Hollywood gatherings this year, from exclusive Oscars parties to Obama's birthday soiree. Industry observers have taken to branding the Sussexes as a Hollywood flop. Behind the scenes, there's a sense that the couple overexposed themselves with too much tell-all content and too little actual Hollywood output of value. As one insider put it, they're not seen as creative forces or power players here, more like reality television celebs who had 15 minutes. Even in the tech and philanthropy circles of California, the Sussex brand seems to be radioactive at the moment. There are murmurs that prominent figures who once showed interest in collaborating have quietly stepped back. Notably, when Taylor Swift politely declined Meghan's personal invitation to appear on her podcast, only to later be seen enthusiastically mingling with Prince William at a concert, it sent a pointed message that Team Sussex is not the hot ticket in town. If even pop superstars are effectively distancing themselves, it's a telling barometer of how far the Sussex's star has fallen. Looking ahead, the question is whether Harry and especially Meghan can reinvent themselves to escape this reputational tailspin. Meghan has been notably quiet in the press for months, avoiding any high-profile interviews or unscripted appearances, which some interpret as a strategic retreat while she regroups. There are rumors that she's been holding private meetings with influential billionaires and power brokers, possibly seeking new partnerships or patronage to shore up her finances and future plans. Her recent return to Instagram, amassing nearly 4 million followers in short order, indicates Meghan is trying to rebuild her personal brand in a more controlled, influencer-esque way. Meanwhile, Harry continues to pursue his charity initiatives, largely solo. Some royal experts speculate that Meghan might prefer to forge ahead solo as well, focusing on lifestyle and advocacy projects that center on her narrative, without Harry's baggage. Publicly, the Sussexes insist they are united, but given everything, the failing business, the money stress, the legal drama, the PR hits, it's undeniable that their experiment in carving out a new royal Hollywood life has not gone as planned. If their fortunes and public sentiment don't improve, many wonder if Meghan's ultimate strategic pivot might be to cut her losses and distance herself from the House of Windsor entirely, including possibly separating from Harry. For now, that remains speculative. Yet the very fact that such a scenario is being openly discussed in both tabloids and mainstream media underscores just how dire the situation appears. Harry and Meghan entered 2020 proclaiming "Love wins." As 2025 unfolds, the world watches to see if their love and their brand can survive the mounting headwinds, or if this once promising fairy tale is headed for an unhappy ending.